You may have heard it said that the greatest failure is not trying. Nope. So, what's the greatest failure? The greatest failure is homesteading is great. Chickens are great. Rabbits are great. Bees are great. Goats, sheep, cows. Great, great, great. But they are nothing compared to knowing Jesus Christ. We are sinful and we have a holy God. But as our guest pastor shared yesterday in church, Jesus took that crown of thorns, those thorns that represented all of our sin, and he took that on himself and went to the cross and died and then rose again so that we can be saved from our sin. He has called us out of darkness and into his glorious light. So our guest pastor yesterday shared verse after verse after verse, and my soul was so filled up, reminded of the beauty of the gospel. But one quote that he had really stood out. The greatest failure is success outside of God's will. Wow. So I could succeed on YouTube. I could succeed with bees. I could succeed with chickens. I could succeed with goats and rotationally grazing and pasture-raised pigs. I could succeed with all those things from a human standpoint. But if I'm not doing it in God's will, it is one big, massive failure. Life is so short, but God has made us for eternity. We have eternity in our hearts. And so to waste this life just on these homesteading pursuits apart from God's will, such a shame. But I get caught up in it too. I get caught up in the projects and the excitement and the new animals. But that was such a good and convicting and beautiful reminder for me yesterday. Along those lines, the guest pastor shared one more thing that really stuck out to me in the midst of verse after verse from the Bible, which is infinitely more valuable. And he said that good things become bad things when they replace the best things. So like I mentioned, chickens, rabbits, all those things, great. But if they make it so I start neglecting my relationship with my husband, or projects are so important that I'm yelling at my kids all the time because they're in the way, these projects are not more important than my kids. These projects are not more important than Jared, my husband, and they're definitely not more important than God. I want him to be with me in all these things that I'm doing. So thanks for coming along with me. I want to share more about eternal things. I don't expect this video to get 1,000,000 likes. It's maybe talking about God more is going to hurt my channel, but that's okay, because knowing and telling people about Jesus Christ is far more important than me seeking my own glory or trying to grasp for my own provision apart from God. Have a great day.